Hello everyone, this is Deepika. This video is about my 281 personal project. So here I am going to demonstrate my AWS configuration. Let's go into it. This is my AWS console, and here I have done everything in the Oregon West region as mentioned by Professor. So let's look at my instances. Well, so these are my 4 instances: tenant 1, tenant 2, tenant 3 and tenant 4. These are in the running state. So what I have done is I have initially created AMIs. These are my AMIs. This is my Deepika, Robin, Sunil and Swati. These are my 4 tenants and these are the AMIs of those machines. In this AMI, I have my Node.js server running, which always keeps on listening on port 8050 to the incoming request to respond to them appropriately. Let me show you my load balancer. Okay, let me initially show you my launch configurations. I have created these 4 launch configurations for my 4 tenants, and let's look at one of those. This is my launch configuration general description. So this uses the AMI, the particular AMI ID, and using these launch configurations, I have created auto scaling groups. So auto scaling group, these are my 4 auto scaling groups which I am using for this project, and these auto scaling groups I used to decide to scale the number of instances according to the load. So here I have kept desired minimum and maximum to 1 because I don't want them to exceed more than 1 instance. This is my general details. This auto scaling group is attached to one of my target groups. This is the tenant 4 is the name of my target group. These are the availability zones, the subnet, and these are the general details. Let me show you the instances those are registered. Okay, so you can see here this auto scaling group has this instance, has this launch configuration, and this is the instance ID that is associated with this launch configuration group. Okay, it's in the healthy state. Similarly, it's similar for other auto scaling groups as well. Okay, now moving ahead, let me show you my load balancer. Yep, this is my load balancer. These are the general details description about my load balancer. This is an application load balancer and it's internet facing. Let's go to the listeners in load balancer. I have registered all the listeners on I have registered all the 4 listeners, and this here I'm using path based routing. So depending on if this path is hit, then it is forwarded to the tenant 4. If tenant 2 slash UML slash sequence, so here I have 2 paths, it's /sequence and /class. So this is for the class diagram and the sequence diagram depending on what the request is for. So depending on this path, it's forwarded to that particular target group. So these are all my target groups. Let me show you my target groups as well. These are my 4 target groups: tenant 1, tenant 2, tenant 3, tenant 4. And let's dig into one of them in detail. This is a general basic configuration of my target group. This target group has it has this instance running. So basically they have registered 2 instances, but I'm not using this instance. This instance is being used. Let me show you my health checks. So here I have given to be to check the health on this particular path, and these are all other settings. Yeah, that's pretty much about target groups. Now let me show you my security group that I'm using. This is my security group. that I'm using for all my tenants, and I have allowed port numbers 22, 80, 50, 80, 51. I'm not the using this port, but yeah, I'm basically using 8050 port number. Okay, so let me show you the other important part, that is my RDS instance. So my RDS instance has MySQL database. It has this 1 DB instance running. This is my RDS database, and this is my RDS instance, and there is one MySQL database running. This is the endpoint. This is the endpoint to which I can connect and check my RDS database. Yeah. So that much. It's pretty much. This is all about how I have configured my AWS to host a multi-tenant SaaS application. And this multi-tenant SaaS application, whenever the request hits the load balancer from the server, the load balancer routes to one of these instances, and these instances are they are configured to the auto scaling group. So depending, at least one instance would be always up and running to serve the requests. Yeah, thank you.